Hello. Hello. How's everyone doing this evening? Welcome to Pro Pinball Ultra Time Shock. This is, well, it seems to be something of a merging of various themes that I've been playing in games this, the last few months. We've got pinball, we've got time travel. This is one that I've played a good number of times in the past. I used to have the demo version of the original one on PC many years back when I was very young, and then eventually I learned that there was a Kickstarter for an HD remake of it. Unfortunately the Kickstarter had since closed, so I wasn't able to actually back that myself, but I picked it up on Steam when it came out, and I find it rather hits that sort of middle ground for pinball tables for me of being sufficiently interesting. There's a number of different mechanics, but also not so complicated that you've just got no idea what's going on anywhere. It's hard as nails. I've never gotten anywhere near the wizard mode on it, but today's going to be a little bit of an experiment. Firstly, see whether just playing the one table for an entire stream proves to be sufficiently entertaining. And also, if I'm sitting here streaming for an hour or so, then that stops me from just rage quitting the moment I lose my first ball, which is going to happen a lot. So, let me just double check the controls. Left shift, right shift, control, right control, Magnus save. Where's Magnus save? Windows menu. Yep, those are about where I want them to be. Only playing signed out as a guest at the moment just because I didn't get the chance to set up a dedicated account for this, and also the leaderboards are somewhat bugged out because the game has been long since discontinued, and whilst their leaderboard server is still up, it's throwing some errors when you try and submit new scores to it. So on my main account I've passed my high score once or twice in the past, but it's not exactly actually uploaded to their server, unfortunately. Okay, alright, let's boot this up then, shall we? So well designed, this table. It's purely a virtual thing, but it's been designed so that it could, in theory, be a real physical table. There was actually a company a few years back that did start a process of making a real one, but about 4 years or so they basically went radio silent. There's some indications they're still working on it, but they're not posting anything aside from one obscure German pinball forum until they've actually got something finished. They did say there was a couple of things they had to change to make it physically work, but for the most part it's designed to be an actual table. So, without further ado, let's see what we got. So, let's see. So it goes up there, and the overall aim of this table is to essentially collect four time crystals that will allow us to travel back to the dawn of time and activate a device that stops time itself from unraveling. Okay, yep, that's what happens when I try and talk and play at the same time. And we get those crystals by time traveling between different time zones, which is reflected by that multiple, which is just where the skill shot is lit up, so I'm going to see if I can hit that, which I can't. Ugh. Sometimes I can do better at this table than others. There we go. So that goes through once. And the other thing you have are these minigame, or these event modes here, which are needed to... You shoot the flashing targets as instructed, and if you do it right, you'll get some tachonym, and you need increasing numbers of those to travel to different time periods. You only get... Ooh, that was close. You only get maybe 2 by default. 2 time zones by default. That's...
Get up there.
I'm trying, Miss Random Voice Lady. But yeah, you get 2 time zones by default. There's 4 that you need to go to, not counting the end state. Ah, I need to relearn these shots. I can do okay sometimes. Like I said, I've never gotten anywhere near the end state. There we go, that would be one, but the timer is running down, so yep. Yep, there you go. Oh, and down it goes. So if I'd done those, it would have given me 1 or 2 more targets to hit, and then that would have gotten me the Tachyon, which would be reflected by the flashing the regions that have been explored.
Video mode.
There is also video mode, which I do more or less know how to play. So you go through this, so then you've got a little mini game on the display.
Excellent.
It's not going to save my score at this point, but if I play my cards right, I can get an extra ball out of this.
Excellent.
But it is not a guaranteed, so you'll all be able to mock me when I inevitably don't. Alright, and
Excellent.
the last one, just fingers off the flippers. Right down the middle.
Awesome.
Now I need to start working for it a little bit. And there goes my chance at an extra ball. I missed one. See, told you it's not an always game.
Excellent.
Always a surefire thing. Oh well, 1 extra ball was not going to save my score on this run anyway.
Excellent.
Okay, yes, that's definitely not a great run. Ah, that was awful. That was awful. I've also got a scanner there. I went in there.
North America.
Can repeat this one for me. Can't talk.
Get up there.
I believe there's 2 sort of region exploration missions per time zone. 2 taco enemy you can get. You need most of them enabled. Oh, and down it goes. Alright, well that's the end of the first game. That was not excellent. So yeah, so if I can activate that multi-ball lock, you'll notice it started lighting up those green light icons when I shot it through there. If I then sync 3 multiples that go over to the time machine on the left, I either stay in the present time, or if I've charged up the engine, I can travel to a new time period. Charging the time per machine is that.
Quick shot activated.
Quick shot is good points, but I also cannot make the necessary shots for that reliably. Like that, see?
Hurry!
Oh, that was awful. Ah. Yeah, quick shot is difficult. I tend not to touch quick shot incredibly often just because I'm not good at making that shot reliably. I would need practice for it to be worth it. There we go. The more times you do that, the better the charge on the time engine. So I'm almost there now. Don't have to waste time on it. Waste time on a quick shot there. There's those bumpers there that spell magnet. Targets rather than spell magnet. If I manage to get NET, that'll activate quick shot. If I get MAG, if I get MAG, it activates the mystery bonus on the left. That's says hold X. So yeah, see that goes over there. Time machine grabs it, dumps it in the slot over there. I do that 2 more times, that'll activate a multi-ball for me. And even if I don't move to a new time period, I can still get a crystal. But every time I activate the multi-ball, it gets harder to trigger. So you generally want to minimize the number of times you have to deal with that. But in theory, you need at least 4 multi-balls in order to trigger the
time
wizard
drive
mode.
is ready.
Yeah, okay, so that's charged now. So if I can activate this multi-ball successfully, which is a big if. Alright, okay. Alright, let's take this. Oh, there we go. Now, ordinarily putting a 3rd ball into there would trigger the multi-ball immediately, but if I manage to sink this shot, it locks. Now I get the chance to set a time zone. So I'm currently in the present.
The dawn of time.
I don't have enough to go there.
Future.
The future is the only other one that I have access to currently.
Ancient Rome.
Ancient
the
Rome, prehistoric.
The dawn, the future, ancient Rome.
Yeah.
The prehistoric.
Ancient Rome and
age.
prehistoric are the other 2 that I need to unlock to get crystals.
The
Dawn of Time is the wizard
The
mode.
future, the unknown.
The unknown is the super wizard mode, which I have even less of a chance of getting to. Anyways, as demonstration,
Destination.
the future.
Locked.
So because I'm doing the time
For
travel, I get
crystal.
1 extra ball, so it's a 4-ball multi-ball rather than 3. There we go. Now we get some fancy effects. The crystal on this table is really iconic. Okay, now I'm in time machine frenzy, which means I need to start hitting those ramp shots. I've got a ball saver for a while, so generally I want to try and only make the shots that I can do. And if I combo these shots on the ramps, then that would increase it more, but that requires me to be able to actually make the shots successfully. Ball saver's gone, so now I've got to focus a little bit more on just keeping the balls alive. But they often keep going just down the sides like that, so it's not going to last forever. And wow, I managed to not get a single ramp shot in that multi-ball. But you get the picture. If I can light the multi-ball again, then I get another shot at it. I don't have to time travel every time. Oh, that wasn't enough for a bonus? Oh. So if I could light the multi-ball again, I can retry this, but because this is not my first multi-ball, after each ball I lock, I then have to refill the lights again. So it gets progressively more difficult for me to deal with that. I have locked 1 time crystal before, but I cannot do it reliably. Yeah, you see that's filling up. Also, it goes down gradually over time as well, so I've got to be prompt about it. Yeah, there we go. I'm about to sneeze. Ooh, excuse me. Oh yes. And now that's because I hit the warp lights. That's also added a lit time warp for the scanner, which gets me a 2-ball multi-ball if I'm good enough to actually hit this crystal. Scanner first.
Time warp frenzy.
Alright. Alright, this one's a little simpler, this mode. Jackpot is into the crystal. Shoot that flashing arrow to add more balls. I also need to shoot it to reactivate the jackpot. I feel like I can make that shot other times.
5, 4, 3.
And I'm not going to be able to get any more balls than those two, aren't I?
0.
Okay. Come on, go, come on. I can normally make some of these shots. Where's it all gone? Oh, and there goes that multiple. Oh, and there goes the ball in general. Okay, so you get the general picture of that. On the left, on that orbit, I talked about the awards on there.
Game over.
Similar to the quick shot, if I like MHE, those light up and then I shoot that left orbit to acquire those one by one. So you can hold the bonus multiplayer, you can hold the Jets multiplayer, you get the video mode if you haven't already gotten a petty video mode on the third ball. You get a super time warp multi-ball, which is like the one that I just did, but I think it's got an extra ball that goes to it. Possibly 2 extra balls, I don't know for certain. And then there's Mystery, which is more randomized. But, what I'd like to try and oh yes, and there's a Magnus save there. So if it's about to go down the side, I can save it sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. That's not what I was aiming for, but okay. Alright, yep, so I can catch that there. Nice like that.
Now lock
Okay.
those balls.
I'd like to end today having managed the time crystal at least once. That's what I would like to achieve today. But
Quick shot.
that
Activate.
doesn't necessarily mean I'm capable of doing it. Anytime I want to make the quick shot, I can't. And it's disabled my multiple lock. There it goes. Now it's back. I wasn't trying to... Okay, there we go. Get it back under control. One ball locked. I don't necessarily need to charge the time drive to go for the crystal. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, and every time you take a shot, one of the arrows on one of the shots will light up. Manage that, that becomes a skill shot. So you see it's on the lock now. But I missed it, so it's gone away now. If I can light all the scan there, that activates the scanner.
Activated.
Got a time warp out of somewhere, I can't remember when I triggered that. Oh, that was depressing. I should have nudged the other way. Yeah, you can chain the time warp multiple and the time machine multiple. Oh,
Don't
wow, really?
move.
Really? Why can I not make any of these shots today? Oh, come on. Stay where I want you. Just gonna be noises. No. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, no matter, no matter, no matter. So I think I've summarized most of the mechanics
Game
now.
over.
And you've got a bunch of extra features in this as well, like you can load up the operators menu to control things. And then reback the thing, or you can remove the glass and just move the balls around. Something like that.
Welcome.
I'm going to keep playing with the standard settings for a bit first. No sense in trying to cheat my way up to getting match active immediately. It's really all about timing and when or rather where the ball is positioned on the flipper when you hit it. So if it's further along, the more sideways movement you get.
Now lock those balls.
Alright, come on, let's see if I can get it up that ramp. I cannot get it up that ramp. Let's try that again. Nope, still nothing. That's what I was trying to do. And that's all locked. Speaking of old games and stuff, I dug out over the weekend some stuff I had from a magazine many years ago. A series called Real Robots, where every 2 weeks they gave you some parts to build your own functioning robot. I had a lot of fun working on that. I gradually drifted away from it as time went on, but the robot was reasonably sophisticated for its time. There you go, that's what you need for the awards.
Hurry!
Reasonably sophisticated, so it had sonar sensors, it had light sensors, it could follow a line, it could be programmed. Unfortunately, it's somewhat in pieces nowadays. Some of the parts did break over time. But maybe I'll be able to restore it, you never know. There was a second robot that they also had you build that's in slightly more solid condition because it was built near the end of the magazine's lifetime. And also there was some dead batteries in one of the controllers, which... Oh, okay, that was not what I wanted to do. That was also not what I wanted to do. There we go, that's what you want. So you see there's one more planet lit up there now. Yeah, if I can light all of those up and not immediately... No. If I was able to light all of those up, that would have then given me the opportunity to shoot for the crystal, get a crystal.
North America.
I bottled it as ever. I used to be okay at doing those ramps, but I really need to sort of practice shooting those exclusively. Hold that to disable the bumpers, because I'm on a time limit for this objective. Oh, that is how most of the exploration modes normally end for me as well. Something about trying to shoot for the specific targets makes me drain it. Clear, I know a lot about this table, but I'm also not demonstrating that I'm much good at it. There you go. Not every exploration is a game mode. But I think you get bonus points if you manage to unlock all of them. Not if I lose balls like that. But yeah, so been looking through the Real Robots stuff. Need to find somewhere to store it in my flat. I've not got enough space, much as I like. Much as I've been accumulating plenty of things, I really don't have enough space for everything in this flat. Oh wow, really?
Don't move.
Let's see if I can get that lock let back up again. Not like that, clearly. Also recently learned that Red vs. Blue is getting its final season ever. I've watched most of it. I haven't watched Zero yet.
Time warp frenzy.
And there goes my lock. Well, I got a jackpot at least out of it. Come on, come on, I need to get it up, I need to get it around that glowing target there.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And no more balls for me, okay. I can still reset the jackpot if I make that arrow shot, but it's only within that first time limit while the ball saver's up that I can add more balls to that.
Quick shot.
A quick shot is not really much use to me, I'm afraid. It's not really what I'm after. Ah.
Game over.
Am I doing any better? I don't think I'm doing any better.
Welcome.
Let's try that again. Still, it's more practice than I normally get. It's one of those things where if you're not in the right mindset to be playing it, you can just start failing immediately on it. And you just really just sort of need... You can tell immediately that you're not in the right mode to be trying to play this, you know? You ever have that? How did that not light the lock?
Now lock those
Right, that's
balls.
one. Come on. Alright, that's one. Trying to practice being a little more precise on some of those shots. That's not what I was after. Oh, I should have used the Magnus save. My mind doesn't go to that until it's too late most of the time. But yeah, Red vs Blue. I watched most of the seasons of that. First watched it back in sort of 2012-ish, I think. And I've been going through the newest seasons since then. Haven't watched Zero yet. I've been a little bit behind on some of Rooster Teeth stuff. But they've announced they're doing the final season of it coming up now, so I'm having to just rewatch everything to catch up on that. And then I assume they'll release a DVD box set of all of it. Come on! That's not what I wanted to do.
Jackpot.
That'll do.
Jackpot.
Oh, wow! They
And
drain on
overtime.
both sides simultaneously. That's absolute garbage. Something that frustrates me is outlanes on pinball tables. I'm sure there's a way to avoid it, but just sometimes on pinball you can do everything right and the table just still screws you over. I will not say that was pure luck, just because I'm not that confident in my skills to say everything is luck, but where was I? Well, talk about the Red vs Blue stuff. Need to catch up on Ruby on their stuff as well, to be honest. I'm a few seasons behind on that, just because I was suffering from the constant emotional pain it was intent on inflicting. And down. I could save that if I nudge it through that little hatch on the outline, but it doesn't always work, unfortunately. What else have I been up to? What else have I been up to?
Game over.
Not stuff that I can talk about on stream. Various personal bits, various work bits.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, just reset that, reset that.
Don't move. Now
Oh,
lock
wow.
those balls.
Okay, I get
Don't move.
one last ball saver out of it before it goes away. That's one ball. I'm pretty much just focusing on the lock and the ramps when in the multi-ball at the moment, just to try and see if I can do that reliably. That shot I can make okay. Just trying to do the ramps under pressure. And also get that shot with enough force. Wow, really? That is absolute garbage. Still, it's not bad as the times I was playing, say, the dialed-in table. Had magnets under there that promptly yanked the ball right into the out lane with no way of me saving it.
Nice.
There we go. Alright, let's see if I can make any of these ramps this time. Okay, here we go. Alright. No. No.
Jack.
That's one. Reset them. Reset them. You see the continents are lighting up. If I light up all of those, that means I've done it.
Jackpot.
That's another. No. No!
North America.
No, I don't want to play an exploration.
Get up there.
I'm no good at those. I tell you what, for the remainder of this ball, I will just focus on those ramp shots rather than wasting my time trying to get another
Get
multiple
up
setup
there.
this game. See, when I have time to focus on it, I can do it. And then there's just 3 balls screaming around, and I'm trying frantically to try and pull it off.
Jets held.
Okay, it's good that I can hit those orbits now, but that's not really what I'm aiming for. I can hit stuff consistently, it's just not the ones that I want to hit.
Lucky.
At least I don't activate the multiple again mid-exploration mode. Up and down it goes. Which ball was that? I think that was ball number 2, wasn't it? Still, like I said, at least being on stream is preventing me from just immediately quitting after the first lost ball. I'll just be like, no, I'm not in the right frame of mind for this.
Lucky.
Wow, that was a
Quick
quite a
shot
bounce.
activated.
Let's see if I can make this quick shot. No, I cannot.
Hurry!
Oh.
A magnet.
Just about. Oh, and there's another quick shot active as well. That's... Come on. No, no, that was...
Hurry!
Oh, there we go.
Pinball.
Well, it gives me a few points, I suppose, at least. Not enough to be worse. Oh, and I hit the jets enough to trigger the super jets. That gives me more points, but also it's not really something I'm worried about right now. Alright, let's just practice on these ramps for a few minutes. Nope, that's not the ramps, that's video mode.
Is ready.
Oh, and the jets sound different now that they're super jets as well. Probably a sound effect on the speakers rather than the physical thing behaving differently.
Australasia.
I was hoping to attempt the... Oh! That's awful. That's awful, that is. Was hoping to try and do that video mode for a bit before this game ended, but guess I won't be able to demonstrate that maybe sometimes I can actually clear that.
Over.
Well, that was a little higher than the previous game, I think, 118,000. I've actually gotten up to 1 billion on this one before.
Well,
It's not on this first save file, but nope,
ball saved.
that was not much good to me. Nope, come on. Come on. Alright. Right ramp, right ramp. That's a quick shot, that's not the right ramp.
Activated.
That's nowhere near the quick shot either. Come on, alright, here we go. There we
A
go.
magnet.
I think it gives me a few bits. Also, the artifacts you get from the quick shots, if you get certain pairs off them, I believe you get a bonus. But you have to go between a bunch of time periods to pull that off, and I'm not that reliable. Oop, where's it gone? There's it gone. At least I don't have to worry about stuck balls or anything like on this compared to physical tables. I wish there were more physical tables. Oh, no, no, don't get to do anything with that apparently. Wish there were more actual pinball tables near where I live. I mean, there might be some, but I'm not aware of them at least. The online maps are in varying states of out of date.
Now lock those balls.
Oh, and now I've got to deal with this. This is the other exploration mission. I've only got certain shots to make, and it's the first one is trying to pull off that quick shot, which I cannot do on command. Oop, there we go.
More power.
Now, as I make these shots, it'll increase the speed at which the laser is running. So I don't necessarily need all of them. But also, not dumping the ball into the middle might be nice. Oh, no, no. But that basically increases the speed at which the percentage increases. And then once that reaches 100, I have to make a certain shot to grab the tachyon before the time runs out. So the faster that's filling up, the better. Oh look, video mode's active. Shall we give that a go, assuming I can hit it. There we go.
Video mode.
Now let's have another go at this, see if I can actually pull this off this time. First two levels I know the patterns I need for them, but I've never cleared the third one. Then it starts getting harder.
Excellent.
Right. I should stop talking as much if I want to focus on this. Oh, okay, well that's not perfect, but that'll still get me the extra ball if I'm manage not to wipe myself out entirely.
Well played.
Alright. This is where it starts introducing into momentum and the like.
Nice.
Alright, there we go. My health bars are all back as well. And spin all the way around.
Excellent.
Alright, now it's the hard one. Move it left and right.
Extra ball. Extra
There's
ball.
the extra ball. It is not going to save my score, but what the hey, it gets me. Lasts me a little bit longer.
Europe.
No, now I've got to do this again. Okay. Alright. Nope, didn't manage that quick shot fast enough. If you're not on that quick shot promptly, it'll activate the other ones anyway. That just gets you a bit more time. And the whole point of this mode is doing things rapidly.
More power.
Oh, well, time to make use of that extra ball. In each time period, there's different regions that have the exploration modes and different games that you need to play to complete them. So there's one that you need to shoot those, the magnet targets, for instance, a bunch of times, or you need to go up and do the bumpers up at the top. Alright, right ramp. Actually called it successfully. Could almost get into the time machine on here if I'm prompt enough. Yeah, alright, let's
Multipliers held.
the skill shot's always welcome, I suppose. And I'm going to lose this ball before I can actually start the multiple now, aren't I? Or trigger an exp. Okay, I actually managed the mag at the same time. Alright, come on. Left foot's onto the ramp. That's not a ramp, that's an award shot. Left orbit. Come on. Oh, yep, see? I'm going to lose it before I can do any of the stuff that I actually wanted to do. I got greedy. I thought I could charge the time drive before starting that multi-ball. And that's where it sent me.
Game over.
192 million, that's, again, up a little bit.
Well,
Not up a whole lot, but up a little bit. An exploration, a scan rather. A warp letter, okay. The warp letters are somewhat fiddly to hit, so that's hardly a bad thing to get access to that.
don't move.
Alright, let's go for the lock.
Asia. Now lock those balls.
Alright. Oh, that's... I'm going oh a lot in the stream. Says a lot about how I've been doing, I think. Right, well the lock is active, so if I get 3 balls in there I can have another stab at the multi-ball. Kind of practice I need for actually getting good at this.
Lucky.
Sometimes it just clicks, and I can make the shots that I want to when I want to. But, I go a while between practice sessions, so I then lose what I've learned. Okay, that's not what I was after, but okay.
Too rare.
Now why can I not do that on command in the multi-ball?
Quick shot.
Oh, that's not what I was after. Okay, that wasn't a ramp shot either.
Hurry!
Ah, and down it goes. That wasn't anywhere near enough time to try and nudge it into the save on there. But yeah, I feel like stream's going well. I'm able to maintain the commentary reasonably well whilst playing this. I don't know if this will be a regular thing going back to this, because I think like many hours of streams of just this might prove to become a bit tedious over time. But maybe if I practice in my own time and I can actually relearn some of the... Whoop, is it going up? Yes, it is. Just about. Relearn some of the muscle memory for those shots so I can do them a bit more reliably. I could come back to it and give a bit more of a show of actually being able to hit things.
Jackpot.
And that'll do.
Multipliers held.
Alright, come on. Spit them all down there so I can try the shots from here. On command. Come on, that's not what I wanted. That is definitely not what I wanted. Oh, and down that one goes. Another 15 minutes or so, and then I might call it a night, possibly.
Game
There's
over.
a few bits that I've been hoping to explore offline. Possibly get back into Minecraft. I don't think I'll be streaming the Minecraft immediately, but there's a sort of a mechanics mod, the create mod. I haven't played Minecraft in quite some time, but I've seen some videos of that particular mod, and in the past I enjoyed the mechanical stuff like buildcraft and such, so
Multipliers held.
that could be fun to play around with. I also picked up Silent Hunter 3 on Steam during the summer sale after seeing another streamer playing some of it. The tutorials for that are lengthy, and I haven't really had the time to explore it in full yet. But when I have some time. So yeah, we've got one other stream planned for this week. We've got some more System Shock on Wednesday. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can tell my focus is going. Yeah, System Shock Wednesday evening. Nothing tomorrow, just because I want a bit of a pause between streams, just because I went 9 days doing them in a row. Well, a bit more than last week, but you know what I mean. And as I said in the previous stream, I feel like Mondays and Wednesdays is a baseline, and then if I want to add more stuff based on availability, I can do. But we'll see, I guess. Oh, there we go. Sometimes I can hit that quick shot. But so Mondays and Wednesdays is baseline, trying to establish at least an initial routine, and then go from there. This week it's just going to be the Monday and Wednesday, because, like I said, tomorrow I want some time for myself. And then Thursday through Sunday I'm unavailable. Oh, I should have Magna saved that. That was an easy one for the magnet to get. But yeah, so those two this week, and I'll see what I want to do next week. Try and resist the urge to go straight back to the Hat in Time again. But no, System Shock's doing okay. Getting a surprising number of views come through on the Pinball FX videos. I'm curious to see whether or not this one does equivalently or not, or if it's just that particular game that people are searching for. Views that people are actually watching some of it on as well, rather than what I assume are just web scraper bots that pop in for a split second. Pop in for a split second and then leave again. But every little bit is progress. I'm trying not to dwell too much on just gaming it just for the
Game over.
the numbers, but
Welcome.
watching number go up is still satisfying to observe. If I want people watching my stuff, I need to start promoting it a little bit. There we go, sorry, I had to focus on that shot for a moment. But yeah, I need to start actually promoting my stuff a little bit. But first of all, I need to choose where and how I'm promoting it, and second of all, I need the self-confidence to actually put my stuff out there and say, yes, my stuff is worth watching, come take a look, rather than just waiting for people to show up and make their own judgment on that. I've never been fond of overselling myself, if that makes sense. There we go, alright, let's have another stab at this. Alright, come on, come on. Right ramp, right ramp. That's not the right ramp. That is also not the right ramp. That would have been the right ramp if I could have actually... Oh, come on, really?
Jackpot. Double jackpot. Jets held. Jackpot.
Come on. I've lost one ball.
Jackpot.
I need one more, I think. Oh no! No, I needed a couple more. I wasn't quite there. Up and down that goes as well. Oh, I thought I was going to do it that time. That is frustrating. Still, let's get to an hour and see how much we can do with that.
Video mode.
Oh, and there's video mode. If you don't have enough of a score by your third ball, it activates video mode as a pity mode for you. I'd like to say quite often I don't get as far as needing the pity video mode, but
Video mode.
quite often I do. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Excellent.
That's another one. Can I do this without taking any hits this time?
Nice.
No promises.
Nice.
Come on, and... No, I just keep on the right for this one until I swing back over to the left. Sometimes they mirror them, so it's left or right. But it's the same
Outrageous.
pattern otherwise for each one. These up, and then those up.
Excellent.
Now rapid turns there. That's the first orbit. Swing round.
Excellent.
There we go. Alright, and go for the extra ball.
Get the extra ball. Extra
There we go, that
ball.
was a perfect run. That gets me a good few points.
Groovy.
Oh, ball saver, that's... Well, clearly
Don't
useful.
Move.
Alright. Probably not going to be able to lock the multi-ball again this match, but let's try anyway. Problem with the multi-ball is that after the ball saver goes away, I'm then just trying to keep the balls alive, and I can't. Like when I'm distracted by talking, I'm focused on keeping the balls alive, so it's difficult to set up the shots for the ramps calmly. If I'm holding one on a flipper, then the other balls are going everywhere. And going down the drain because I'm dwelling only on one ball. It is deceptively challenging. Come on. Over to... No, okay. Guess you're going up there. And down here. That should be enough for a lock. It's also enough for the ball to go right down the bottom again, because of course it does. Alright, last ball. Where am I at? 200 million, that's... Well, I'm going up a little bit since the first runs. But not because I'm actually managing to achieve anything that I want to, just because I'm perhaps not dying quite as rapidly. Yeah, that's not where I wanted to be going, that's... Okay, that's one ball. One lock. And because I've done a multiple once already, the lock has now gone out, so I need to recharge late to lock the second one. And if I do that, I'm not going to be able to achieve it. Ooh, yes. Well, this is the kind of prolonged practice that I need. Really?
Congratulations.
Really? I actually hit the high scoreboard on that one, did I? Where on the high scoreboard was that? I'm pretty sure that was only like 4 or
Game
something.
over.
226. What did I say? 4. Just below all these default scores that people have that have been submitted automatically.
Welcome.
Alright, come on. Let's keep going. 1 or 2 more. Depending on how long I last.
Europe.
Yep. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's not helpful. Right, that might be a bit more helpful. Can I make the... I cannot make the skill shot rapidly enough. Oh, and down it goes immediately. See, the moment one of those modes start, then I immediately start losing. He said as if he wasn't losing just as much every other time, of course. Well, let's give it another go. Let's give it another go. That's not what I wanted to do. That's still... Whoop. Not every table has that little pin in the middle of the drain. It can save your life, but also if you depend on it, it won't end well. There's been plenty of times I've thought that the center pin is going to save me, so I just keep my fingers off the flippers and it just sails right past and straight into the drain. Come on. Up we go. I should try and look out the original version of this someday. Not necessarily to stream, but just see if it plays any different compared to this one. Also, fun fact about this game, that's not an actual... well, it is a 3D model, but it's not a real-time 3D model. They designed it in an editor and they've rendered a bunch of different sprites at fixed angles. At a fixed angle. So they can layer it for the ball to be at above or below different things. And then they produce different layers that go on top of those for the lights. Each individual light has its own baked
Now lock those balls.
baked image that has all the reflections on the different objects and such, and they just layer all these together. So you've got this very intricate 3D model, but without having to render it all in real time,
Mode.
which is a nifty way of doing it.
Nice.
Reminds me a little bit of the creatures artificial life games. That the first one of those, the background for that was an actual physical prop that they built, and then they took a bunch of photos of that and used that for the environment.
Excellent.
It's not exactly the same thing, but I always thought that was fairly cool. I've seen some pictures of the
Awesome.
the set prop for that. Oh, and there goes my extra ball. It wasn't going to save me. Oh wow, I looked away for a split second and I'm missing ones. Oh well, didn't take any hits at least, I suppose.
Excellent.
And that one, and that one, and that one. Is this ball 3 I'm on at the moment? I think it might be. Yeah, maybe I'll play... Well, I've got the Creatures games installed. I don't know whether or not they'd be good material for streaming, to be honest. Just because there's a lot of just sort of sitting around looking at stuff. But then again, I thought I might struggle to fill an hour just on this with the one table over and over. And I'd like to hope my commentary is entertaining.
Quick shot activated.
Do feel free to leave a comment if you have any feedback or suggestions on what you like or don't like about the streams as well, by the way. Something, like, comment and subscribe.
Hurry!
Yep. That's not what I wanted. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we've hit an hour, and I think that's about as good as I am going to get at this tonight.
Do you want to continue?
Yeah, alright, I'll use that one. Oh, that wasn't the start button, that was the plunger button. Oh well, I was going to take an extra ball and finish that off, but oh well. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap that up for the time being. Like I said, I'm pleased with how I was able to maintain the commentary for the stream, but I don't know whether or not this will be a regular one. I've got 1 or 2 games that I'm still continuing on the series of. Maybe I'll think about any other ones that I want to add. If I continue on the time travel theme, dig out Akron. That's would be interesting to see what I could make of that midstream. But next up is System Shock on Wednesday, a little bit earlier than some of the other streams that have been over the previous week. I think I'm aiming for 7:30 again, so we'll see how that goes. But for the time being, thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. Like I said a moment ago, if you have any feedback or suggestions, do leave them in the comments. But I will say night-night, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!